Hello, everyone, and welcome. If you're here during this premiere, thank you so much for being here. Even though I can't be with you live today, I'm really excited to share today's lesson with you. Feel free to say hello in the comments. Let me know that where you're tuning in from, and feel free to post questions as well as you're watching. This is part of our ongoing Saturday Live in the Music Room, okay? So I hope you'll continue to join me each week as we learn, build our skills one step at a time, all right? So, oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I'm trying to grow this channel. All right, so let's talk about what we're going to learn today, okay? Let's look at our lesson plan. So we're going to identify notes below the treble clef staff, and we're going to understand ledger lines, okay? And how to read those lower notes using ledger lines. Of course, you know I love to play some music games, so even though I'm not here, we'll pretend that we're playing the game together. I'll be asking you some questions about the lesson that you learned today, and this will only reinforce your knowledge. And then I'll also talk about this week's homework assignment, okay? So we have something really exciting for you. Today's lesson is about the ledger lines below the treble clef staff. If you joined me for the last lesson, you already learned what a musical staff is, 5 lines and 4 spaces, how to draw a treble clef and a bass clef. To create the grand staff, you join the two staffs by a brace. In order for the notes to have meaning, you must place notes on a staff with a clef. We follow the first 7 letters of the alphabet. How to name notes on the treble clef staff, how to name notes on the bass clef staff. And in our last lesson, you learned about the ledger lines above the treble clef staff. Wow, that is a lot, but there is more to learn. Today we're going down. Down the treble clef staff, and here's why this matters. Reading lower notes help you understand the full range of the staff, not just the top part. So let's take it one step at a time. You already know that notes live on a staff, either on a line or a space, like this. And you should know what the letter name of this note is, right? Good. The first note on the first line in the treble clef is note E. Okay. Music doesn't stop there. When notes go below the treble clef staff, we add small extra lines called ledger lines. Ledger lines are short little lines we draw to help us read notes that go lower than the staff. So they're not quite as long as the 5 lines and 4 spaces that we call the musical staff. They're short and they only appear where the note is. I'll make some little highlights on my slide so that you can better see it. Let's take a look. Here's a ledger line. Here's a ledger line. Here's 2 ledger lines. Here's 3. And here's some more ledger lines. Now you may notice that some notes are space notes, some are line notes, space notes, line notes, etc. But we'll talk more about that in a moment. Let's begin with the lowest line note you already know. What is the name of the note that I have here on the first line in the treble clef staff? Good. That is note E. And if you don't know that, that's okay. Just go back to lesson 2, where I talk about the lines and spaces of the treble clef staff, okay? Now, if we want to go even lower, and you have to remember that musical alphabet, we can go forward, we can go back, and sometimes you're going to even skip notes, okay? Multiple notes. But that musical alphabet is your anchor. So you have to remember the 2 patterns, the musical alphabet, and now we're going backwards because we're going down. We're going below the staff. And we have to alternate between a line note and a space note. And you can clearly see that this is a line note. The line is going through the note. Okay, so now let's go even lower. So now we have note E. And you know your musical alphabet. And we're going backwards. What letter name comes before E? Or what letter comes before E, right? In this case, this would be note D. Good, 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 good. I'm so happy and so proud of you. Let's learn some more. All right, so you already know that we have note E here. Let's start over here. We have note E. And then, you know, this is a line note. And we had note D. Good. And now we have to go even lower, right? Because we know we're talking about ledger lines. Okay. So now we're going to add our first ledger line, that short little line, and we're going to add our note head. We're going to make this a line note because note D is a space note. And we know we have to follow the musical alphabet as well as alternate from a line note to a space note, a line note to a space note, and etc. So now this note would be note C. And I'll just give you a little hint that there is something very special about this particular note, note C, because it is also called middle C. And we'll talk a little bit more about middle C in another lesson, okay? All right, so now let's continue. We have a line note. We have to have now a space note. Good. All right. And I continue with adding my ledger line from my middle C or C note, and then I created my space note, and this now has to be note B. Good. Okay. And let me just go ahead and write note E is a line note. Note D is a space note. Note C is a line note. Note B is that's correct, space note. And now we're going to continue. We're going to add that ledger line that we have here in note C, and we added it here in note B to create the space note. So we're going to continue adding that same ledger line, but now we know we need a line note. Okay, and so I have to now add another ledger line and then add my add my note head. Okay, so I have to add another ledger line and then add my note head. Okay, and this is now a line note, just to be clear. So you can see that we went from a line note to a space note to a line note to a space note and to a line note. And of course, our musical alphabet, this would now be note A. Okay, so we went E, D, C, B, A, following that musical alphabet, but we're going in a descending order, so the notes will go backwards. Excellent. And of course, if I even wanted to go even lower, I can continue. Okay? Excellent job. All right. Now, just to be clear, when I say the notes will go backwards, I want to make sure I don't confuse anyone. I'm speaking primarily about the letter names, okay? Yes, if you're playing the piano, you know that you're going in a descending order, so you're going towards the left of the keyboard. If you're singing as a vocalist, you're obviously going down, singing notes that are descending. All right. And so the letter names are going to be backwards. I think that's clear. Okay, so now you see the pattern, right? We have an E note which is a line note. We have note D, space note, C, a line note, B, space note, A, a line note. And if we wanted to go even further down the staff, we would now have a space note, and that would be note G, right? Because the musical alphabet stops at G and then goes back to A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we go back to A. So that is how we read the notes on the treble clef staff. And even though it's below, nothing changes. We keep that musical alphabet and we keep alternating from a line note to a space note to a line note to a space note. So ledger lines just give us a place to put those lower notes, all right? So there you have it. In this lesson, you learned that notes don't just stop at the bottom of the staff, that note E, right? No, we go below the staff and we use ledger lines. Ledger lines are short extra lines that help us read lower notes. And we name those notes by continuing the musical alphabet downward, as well as following the line note, space note, line note, space note, etc. pattern. Alrighty? Nice work today. If you feel confident with everything in today's lesson, you can download the free booklet at our school store. There you'll find the lesson booklet, which goes over everything. It's like a summary of everything that we discussed today. You can download the workbook and challenge yourself with all the notes that fall below the treble clef staff. And you can also take our quiz, and this is all free, okay? So if you want a challenge, go ahead and do the quiz. And that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next lesson. All right, now it's time for a quick music game as promised. Now, even though this is a video premiere, I still want you to participate in the chat. I'm going to show you a few notes below the treble clef staff, and I want you to type the name of the note in the chat as they appear, okay? Remember to look at the note, decide if it's a line or a space, think about your musical alphabet, even if you have to remember some of those sentences, whatever helps you. This is how you get better and faster with your note reading below the treble clef staff, okay? And let's see how many you get correct. I'll be checking your answers later, so be sure to leave your answer. Let's go. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little fun. Are you ready? So you're going to see a note, which you see right now. It's on the second line, and I also have some letter names there on the right hand side of the screen, right, to help you learn these notes faster. Okay, so those are little visual aids, E, G, B, D, F, which are the line notes for the treble clef, and F, A, C, E, which are the space notes for the treble clef. But those are only the notes that fall on the lines and spaces of the treble clef, not the ledger lines. So we're going to be focusing on those ledger lines below this treble clef staff that we talked about in today's lesson. Okay, so the way to play the game is your job is to tell me the name of the note that you see on your screen. Okay, so you can yell at the screen, but I encourage you to put your answers in the chat, okay? All right, so let's do the first one that you see here. What is the letter name of the note that you see on the screen? Okay, it's on the second line. And I'll put up my clock, 30-second clock. Okay, so here we go. 30 seconds. Okay, you can put your answer in the chat. All right, come on, come on. I get so excited. All right. Okay, 8 seconds. Okay. All right, that's our time. All right, so hopefully you should already know that is note G, okay? That is note G, and it gets its name from the treble clef, right? Remember, the treble clef has two names, the treble clef or the G clef, because it circles the G line, that second line. Okay, there you go, note G. Okay, we have a ledger line here, so let's name that note. Name that note. Here we go. 22 seconds. We're coming down. 9 seconds. Come on. Put those answers in. Okay. So if you said note B, that is correct. Note B. Let me just let you hear. Okay, note B. All right. Next question. Name that note. Here we go. Okay. It's on the first line. First line. Okay. A few more seconds. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so that was kind of easy, right? Because these notes are on the staff, right? We don't have ledger lines here, but you should have said E, okay? All right. Oh, we got that one before, but let's do it again. Here we go. All right, I'll only give you a few seconds on this one, not the full 30. So once it gets to 15, I'm going to ask you to give me your answer, okay? We're at 20. There's our 15. So you should know that was B. We had that one before. Okay, name that note. Go. Okay. 25. 18 seconds. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, so you should have said note C. Okay, C. Oh, we're getting even lower. And go. We have 2 ledger lines. We talked about this in our lesson. Let's see if you were paying attention. Put your answer in the chat. And if you're having fun, give a thumbs up, give a like. Oh, 8 seconds. Okay. So, if you said note A is the correct answer. Okay, that's all for today. We just answered that. We know that this note is note G. That was our first question. All right, good job, and I'll see you next week in the next live stream, live in the music room.